this week's episode, we start our trip in Ceduna, where we take you on our journey crossing Nullarbor. We stay at an epic camp, cross the border into WA, making our way to Esperance.
Morning guys, it is Saturday morning. We just spent the night in Ceduna at a free camp. We pulled in really late, it was about 8 o'clock when we got in, but we're really happy to make it because now we get to go to the Nullarbor this morning. So we're trying to do it in like 2 to 3 days, nothing too crazy. We've just filled up our diesel with our jerry can as well. We've done our toilets and we filled up our water tank as well, so we are ready to go. We kind of stocked up yesterday at Coles, so we have everything we need basically to survive at least 5 days out in the Nullarbor. So we really have all the time in the world, but we're just going to wait and see about apparently there's a bushfire down near is it Norseman's?
Towards the end of the air highway is my understanding.
Past the WA border. So our goal is maybe take a day or two to get to the border, see what the weather's doing, see if they open it back up because it's shut at the moment. But we're kind of just crossing fingers and hoping for the best.
Absolutely.
We didn't want to wait until they open it and then start the journey. So if we get stuck, we get stuck, but we've got a good bit of supply of everything, so we're not too worried about it. Yeah.
Anyway, I've been told the Nullarbor is a long and tedious journey.
We'll see how we go. It's 14 hours to Esperance from exactly where we are right now, so yeah.
Let's get going. Alrighty, here we are, first stop. The windmill farm. Doesn't get much more exciting than this, eh? Oh, I can't believe it. We're here at Lake McDonnell and it's actually pink. Like, very pink.
It's not just a rumour, it's not over editing, it's pink.
Yeah, I don't know if we're just struck lucky with conditions or it's always like this, but
yeah.
It's unreal.
Go on. Probably really salty.
As expected, it tastes like salt. Can I interest you in trying some?
No, I'm okay, thanks. It's so stunning though, oh my god.
Hoping the camera can capture that, but it's unreal. How bloody good. This is certainly going to make the drive along the Nullarbor an easier one when you've got views like this. guys, but I've had a shower. Yep, shower's up and running. It is the best feeling in the world. Jen's just about to go and have hers. Alright, here we go. Make myself useful. Pass the soap out.
Yeah.
Well, that's one pretty spectacular sunset. I don't think the GoPro captures it all that well, but that is absolutely beautiful. Look at the clouds. Anyway, we're going to go for a fairly early start again tomorrow, so we can make progress on the Nullarbor basically. Still waiting to get confirmation as to whether or not the borders are actually open between South Australia and WA. We're in an area of absolutely no signal anyway, so we couldn't find out even if we wanted to. But once we get on the road tomorrow, it's about 140 k's away, the border, so I'm sure it won't take long for us soon to find out. There was rumours that they were letting trucks through, but I don't believe they've actually sort of announced anything publicly to say that the borders are back open, but we'll find out. Anyway, as I say, we're off to bed, and we will see you in the morning. Good morning.
Morning.
So we just enjoyed a night stay at Bunda Cliffs. Was that Camp 1, I think it was?
Camp 1, yeah.
So check that out on Wiki Camps. We were worried that we were going to get blown to death just based on the reviews we'd seen of the place and whatnot. But surprisingly, it was actually a pretty good night's sleep. So.
Yeah, it was really nice actually. I think it was one of our best. It was a bit cold, like a bit chilly, like obviously with a bit of the wind. So we did have our screens up most of the night. But it was really nice. Yeah. It's nice to just like look out, and especially this morning with the sunrise over Bunda Cliffs.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. It was only us and what, 3 others, I think it was there. So,
and all very spaced out.
Yeah, super spaced out. So it felt like you were there by yourself.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it was really nice. And some people only rocked up at like 6-7 o'clock anyway. So we got there about 4:30. So we got our pick of the spot basically. It was lovely. Yeah, it was really nice.
And so now we're just leaving camp. We are heading back towards the Nullarbor basically to carry on with our trip.
Yeah, we're gonna head to some kind of, I guess, Bunda Cliff like lookouts or like scenic lookouts. I've already seen like obviously beautiful views, but these are highly recommended. So we will head there, see what we can, maybe even send the drone up, depending if they allow us to or not, and then we'll head to the border. So we'll have to get rid of all of our fresh fruit and veg, which is why I'm kind of taking it slow this morning to try and plan out we can eat everything before we get there.
We made some guac this morning, and
it's in the fridge ready to eat.
Yeah, basically just used up anything we had in the fridge, so it didn't go to waste so much.
Yeah, the only things I have left are tomatoes and cucumbers, so I'm going to make cute little tuna cracker snacks with that, I think. So yeah.
So we're just going over some corrugated roads as we're leaving camp, which is why we're sort of being thrown all over the place and got noise there. But yeah, okay, well we'll check in at the next spot. Alright, so we're just here at the South Australia WA border. Just pulled over just to get rid of our last bits of vegetables that we had. Some stuff that we couldn't finish up eating, unfortunately. But
my poor tomatoes.
Yeah, some tomatoes and grapes. Anyway, spinning around. Got a true blue Rui here. Got this thing of Vegemite, so he's a happy bloke. I don't suppose London's in there, is it? You've got Sydney, Moscow, Hobart.
You got Wellington, New York. No London, babe, sorry.
No London. Too far.
Pretty cool though.
Oh no, there is London, but it's rubbed out right at the top. It's all rubbed out.
Oh, it's all rubbed out. I can't even see what the
yeah, I don't know. Something ridiculous, no doubt. So. We are now approaching the quarantine checkpoint from South Australia into WA. No, I'm not going to film this because I'm going to chicken out. I don't want to get in trouble. See you on the other side.
Alright guys, so we just went through the quarantine into WA. We are officially in WA.
Let's go! Woo.
Super exciting. We know it's probably going to be a little bit of a longer journey than most of the time, just considering with the bushfires. We've been told it's probably going to be some sections it's going to be 80 instead of 110, so we're prepared for that. I thought maybe they wouldn't confiscate my honey because it was sealed, but they are super strict. They're just like, absolutely not, no. But we got rid of everything else before we got there, so they were really happy with how we were efficient. Matt also got breath tested.
Yeah.
So
must have given off the wrong impression. Yeah.
But yeah, no, they were super like diligent, really good. We just got our beautiful photo at the South Australia WA sign, which is super fun. Matt said he'd actually never seen the sign before, so yeah. I knew that was coming up, so I had the camera ready to go, and we'll put one in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we're off to see if we can hopefully today complete the 90-mile straight.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. I probably won't be saying that after
the drive,
an hour of being on it, but we'll see how we go. I'm keen. So.
Yeah, so really exciting, and then hopefully that means by tomorrow we'll camp tonight at a little camp by the road probably, and then we'll be off to Esperance for tomorrow, hopefully. Cross fingers. Woo!
Anyway, we're in WA.
So Matt's decided to fill up at Eucla. I think that's how you pronounce it. And just because when we were on Petrol Spy, we were able to get Wi-Fi just over at the WA border. The petrol at basically the border there was $2.90 something, and over here it was $2.52. So yeah, definitely worth the 5-minute drive down the road to get the petrol here instead. So yeah, another one to keep in mind. It's really not far. I think it's 5 k's from the border. So yeah, just don't get your petrol at the border. It's always going to be expensive. Just come 5 minutes down the road, and they've got a little caravan park. There's toilets here. There is a cafe. I'm not really sure about it. It doesn't really look, it says it's open. It doesn't look like there's much going on in there. But yeah, so there is the caravan park. You can park up here as well. But otherwise, yeah, you can grab your fuel and keep going.
So just going on further from what Jen said regarding the fuel at the SA-WA border, I suppose a good tip, if you pull into the Shell Roadhouse just at the border there, they've got 90 minutes of free Wi-Fi. So that's the first free bit of Wi-Fi, or sorry, first bit of any Wi-Fi we've had or reception since we left Ceduna. So it's a good opportunity to jump on that app and just check what the prices are like around before you fill up at the Shell garage, because the prices there were pretty expensive, like
it's almost $3,
$2.90 something. Yeah. Whereas we just topped up for $2.52 a litre, I think it was. So much cheaper. But yeah, jump on that Petrol Spy app. And it's a good cost saving one for you.
Just a tip: download it now rather than like downloading it when you're on your trip.
Yeah.
Get in early.
Yeah. Like I know for us, obviously 3 months on the road, if we can save sort of 20 cents a litre here and there even, that adds up to quite a considerable amount of money over the course of 3 months. You know, if you're just filling up every now and then, it doesn't matter, but given the extent of the kilometres you have to get through, it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah. And definitely I would say when you're in Ceduna, if you do want to like stock up on food, even like dry foods, I would do that, or even just before. So like, you know, we were in Port Lincoln before that, and I stocked up on a lot of stuff, because otherwise you get to these like Shells or like petrol garages and it's almost like $10 for a bag of chips, or you know, whatever it is that you're getting. So I would stock up and get more of the dry stuff. You can have your fruit and veg for those first like few days before you get to the border, but they do take everything. They will take everything, even if it's sealed, they'll take it. So I definitely plan some meals around, you know, having, it's like, you know, if you've got canned corn, baked beans, like canned soup, stuff like that. It just makes it a lot easier than having to try and you've planned stuff and then they take away all your food. So
yeah, absolutely. It probably is worthwhile though stopping in at the Roadhouse shops there though, especially if you're into your like patches and stickers and things like that. You can pick up some pretty cool stickers in there. to whack on your car.
Yeah, they've got all sorts of souvenirs, stickers, like they've got calendars, mugs, pretty much anything you can think of. So they even have a 3D spider dinner plate, I think. So
whatever you want, whatever you're interested in, yeah, if that's your cup of tea. So yeah, but no, we picked up a couple of stickers to whack inside the canopy to add to the collection.
Yeah, we want that canopy completely full of stickers by the end of our trip. So
yeah, that's
yeah. Great. Well, we'll see you guys on the other side of this 7-hour drive.
Woohoo! So we just stopped on the side of the road, just outside of Ceduna, to make some toasties. So we've got those on the go. We've actually been totally thrown off by the change in time zones. We're not quite sure what time of the day it is. We've got 3 devices that say 3 different things, so we're not quite sure where we are in the day. But we feel hungry, so we figured we'd stop for lunch. Whether it actually is lunch, dinner or breakfast, we have no idea.
Lunch or dinner, hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway, should be good. Ooh, hot. Really good. So we just had turkey, cheese and mustard. Turkey, cheese and mustard sandwiches, so melted sandwiches, toasties. Pretty bloody good. What do you think?
Great.
So we just went past the 90-mile straight sign, got out, took a photo. Unfortunately it's raining, but
yeah, you wouldn't believe it. We've had the best weather the entire trip, and then it's raining when we want pictures.
As soon as we get to this, or near the sign, it started raining. So anyway, how's your luck? But yeah, we are on the, well, I want to say the home straight, not quite, but we're on a long straight. We've got about 370 odd kilometres to get to Norseman, which I believe is
where we plan to stay tonight. I think.
Plan on camping tonight.
There's a free camp not far from there, just before we hit Norseman, and it's got some good reviews, so we'll check it out. It's nothing special, I don't think. I still think it's on the side of the road, but it'll be good.
Yeah, hopefully we might get some phone signal back there as well.
Yeah, it says there's Telstra signal, but I don't know if that means that we'll technically get signal because we've got Optus. So yeah.
We'll try. If we do get signal, will just allow us to book some stuff for the next few nights before we actually get into Esperance. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Great. So we're just driving through to Norseman, where the bushfires were. I've passed a couple of firefighting engines. You can just see it was completely ravaged. Like, probably very hard to see on the GoPro, but it's completely burnt out. You can smell it in the car aircon as well, just the smoke.
It's pretty bad.
Still smoking areas over there. Yeah. Yeah, just scorched earth.
Yeah, it's so far back too.
Yeah, it just goes for beyond our eye can see, really.
Good morning, everybody. So we are back in the car. We had a pretty wet night's camp at Norseman, so there wasn't much there in the way of accommodation or camping, at least I should say. They had a few spots there which were for RVs and campers only, basically.
Yeah, no tents, no rooftop tents, nothing. Yeah, so.
And then the other option was a motel, and we thought, well, sort of bugger that. We don't really want to have to pay for accommodation for a place we're only staying one night at. So yeah, we did find a free camp, but it was basically just
like a rest stop, basically.
Yeah, it's just a rest stop.
It's a bit muddy, a bit clay. Yeah. Your wheels got a good beating, but
yeah, sort of a bit boggy in there, but it was fine. Like, as I say, we were only there for the evening. We basically cooked up some dinner that we'd already made, just reheated that, and then got up into bed pretty much.
Yeah. It's nice though. We did have reception, so it's the first reception we'd had since we started, I guess, our trip from Ceduna.
Yeah.
So that was nice to like just contact our families and say, yep, like we'll cross, no worries. We looked up the weather, which is crap, and we are now on our way to Esperance. So we are looking at maybe going into a caravan park for the next few nights. It is Matt's birthday, and hopefully we can get out to the beach for that day, but with the weather at the moment, it'll be nicer to kind of stay somewhere that's got a bit of internet, hot showers, somewhere we can kind of just have like a bit more of a roof over our head, a bit more comfortable, and we can kind of plan our journey a little bit more for the next week or two.
Yeah.
After that, yeah.
Alright guys, so we just stopped off in a little town called Grass Patch. There's not much here, but there's a water point, so we're just filling up our tank with that, and there's a little donation box here, so make sure you throw what you think it's worth in. But yeah, fill up water before we get to Esperance, because we had a look on Wiki Camps and there doesn't seem to be much in the way of water actually available at Wiki Camps.
Caravan park, probably, I'd say.
Yeah,
it's like the only way you get it. Yeah,
it's looking like a caravan park might be potentially one of our only options there at this stage anyway. All the beach camping is definitely taken up for the meantime. So anyway, we'll see how we go. We're probably about an hour away now from Esperance. When we get there, we'll go for a drive and see what's available. So yeah, so just throwing our little donation into the box. Thank you very much. Yeah, only problem with this water point, guys, is that you've got to have a relatively long hose. I mean, we've got a 10-metre hose and that's good enough, but yeah, if you had probably anything under about an 8, you'd struggle.